Are the Coyotes eliminated from the playoffs? Yes. Are the Coyotes a wagon? Also yes. The Arizona Coyotes defeat the Nashville Predators 8-4. You read that right. You heard that right. 8-4. Oh, you mean the Nashville Predators, who are on the longest active point streak in the National Hockey League at the present moment, who have an 18-game point streak, or 16-0-2 since they were denied the U2 concert and they come into Mullett Arena and lose to who? The Arizona Coyotes.
Wow. Yeah, Leah, that is talk about wagon. And I will say this to the Nashville Predators staff, players, and coach. It is now safe to go see U2 at the Sphere. So plans are back on.
They're back.
The streak is over. We can stop talking about it. And who stopped it? The Yotes.
Of course they did.
Of course they did.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to the PHNX Coyotes postgame show. Don't forget to hit that like button. The Mullett Magician was cooking up some new stuff today. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah here with Petey. Craig is calling in from Mullett Arena shortly. We have Danielle behind the Mac. Petey, I mean, where do we begin?
You don't know where to start. You start with the former Coyote, Jason Zucker.
I thought the Coyotes were cooked.
We thought the Coyotes were in one because a couple of early defensive mistakes, a couple of turnovers, left Zucker alone in the slot twice. He gets 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the game, and you're going, uh-oh.
And I'm thinking, where was this Zucker when he was
where was Zucker?
Arizona?
Yeah, fair. Where the hell was that guy then? As he gets his 12th and 13th of the season for the Preds, he looked good, and I thought this was going to be trouble. And then what happened?
What happened?
Craig called it, or you called it. What is it? What are we calling it?
The Doan effect.
The Doan effect.
That Craig has coined it, the Doan effect. Josh Doan single-handedly makes this play to set up the Jack McBain goal to get things started. And from that chance, the momentum completely swung in the Coyotes' direction. I mean, Josh Doan continued up even, had more chances after that. And then in that first period, Logan Cooley gets his first of the game. And it was all downhill for the Preds from there. And the Coyotes came back with a huge second period, scored 4 times in the second, and it was just a done deal at that point.
And it really did start with Josh Doan. And the play he makes on the first goal for the Coyotes from McBain, 3 minutes after Zucker makes it 2-0, and you go, oh, this is going to be a long night. Yeah. Josh Doan gets in on the forecheck, separates the Nashville player from the puck, makes a great play to McBain. McBain's trying to throw it across the Maccelli back door. It goes off Saros and in, and the momentum just changed. And it's one of the things, if you've had the opportunity to watch the Coyotes play in Mullett Arena, this is what Mullett magic is. And I mean the speed, and they were on pucks quicker, and they were the better team over a team that has got the longest point streak and active point streak in the National Hockey League right now, and the Coyotes were better. This wasn't a fluke that the goalie bailed them out, that their goalie stopped 30, 40, 50 shots. It wasn't that at all.
I mean, Connor Ingram was solid, but it wasn't like the best night of his life.
No, it was the Coyotes getting to loose pucks. They were quicker. They looked really fast. They attacked the net, and you saw like an old KG veteran, the 25-year-old Clayton Keller, really step up his game today too. So when we talk about the youth of this team, we forget Clayton Keller's 25.
Yeah, like when we say the kids are all right.
Yeah,
Clayton Keller is kind of part of that.
Yeah, he's 25.
Insane. Yeah,
so this was a one of those wins, and we said that they're going to get plenty of losses, and you talk about the draft standings, but this was a game that I think that you build confidence off of again because of who your opponent was. And we talked to Andre Tournier this morning, and he said about Josh Doan, he said, well, yeah, but this isn't the Columbus Blue Jackets. No, it's the Nashville Predators. Why don't I just go get 2 more points? Said Josh Doan to the head coach, as he's got 4 points in 2 games now. They looked really good. Now, was that the best effort from Nashville? I don't know. It seems like the Yotes beat the Preds often.
It did. First of many nuggets tonight. There's
Lots
a lot of Leah's nuggets tonight. So first of all, the Coyotes, the Nashville Predators are one of those teams that the Coyotes plays extremely well against. We've talked about the teams they don't play so well against. There's a number of teams that they do. Nashville's one. Coming into tonight, the Coyotes had an active 4-game point streak against the Predators and had points in 7 of their last 8 against the Predators coming into this game.
That's crazy.
So, the Coyotes light up UC Saros, who is one of the best goaltenders in the National Hockey League. He gives up 6 goals, which is so unlike him.
Crazy.
And so unlike him that Petey said, I'm going to look up if he's done that this season.
He did.
He did, Petey. And when was that?
One time.
And who was it against?
The Arizona Coyotes.
It was against the Arizona Coyotes on November 11th. In Nashville, the Coyotes won that game 7-5. Yep. It's the only other time this season UC Saros has given up 6. Yep. So there's a nugget for you. Yep. The other nugget, well, the Predators, they are on an 18-game point streak.
Yes.
When's the last time they gave up this many goals?
I don't know. Can you tell me?
The last time that the Predators gave up 6 or more goals was the last time they lost a game in regulation, which was February 15th to the Dallas Stars.
Crazy.
And ever since then, they've been on this magic run.
It bookended this magical non-U2 run for the Nashville Predators, bookended by getting spanked, won by the Dallas Stars.
9-2, by the way.
One of the teams vying for the President's Trophy.
They just clinched the playoffs tonight.
And the Arizona Coyotes, who are not in a race for the President's Trophy.
They are not.
But they own the Nashville Predators. I'm sorry, Predators fans. And I'll go back to 2012. Because I like to
I remember.
The owning started then.
They
did. Owned the Preds. My goodness. Do you think the Preds came in today going, okay, we're 16-2. We'll win this one tonight, and then we have to go play harder teams? And it's just, this is one of those trap games. And
You said it before the night began.
I said it's a trap game.
They're
thinking past this, and this is the Coyotes, and this is an easy win, and we'll look past this, and we'll move on with our streak, and it is now over. And this is Coyotes aren't making the playoffs. This is the things they have to play for. They just stopped the streak. And a lot of really good teams lost to the Predators during this streak. Yes. A lot of playoff teams lost to the Predators during the streak, but you know who didn't was the Arizona Coyotes. So this is a big, it's a big confidence build. It's a big win for this Arizona Coyotes team with 10 games to go. Start the countdown. Let's go.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, let's get into tonight's numbers presented by Desert Financial Credit Union, Arizona's #1 credit union, named by Forbes. Obviously, biggest number is the 8-4 win. Second time the Coyotes have scored 8 this season. The other time was in the 8-1 win against the Chicago Blackhawks earlier this season. Coyotes had 40 shots on goal. That's not a number we normally see associated with the Coyotes. They were all over it tonight. Nashville had 36. Yotes were 1 for 3 on the power play. I guess if you want to highlight one negative tonight, it was that Nashville was 100% on their power play, and then shot attempts were neck and neck, 72 for the Coyotes, 71 for the Predators.
Yeah, and we're going to go right to that start with the shots on goal. And the last time the Coyotes had 40 shots this year was October 19th against St. Louis. The 4th game of the season was the last time they had 40
pretty
or more
early
shots.
on, Petey.
Yep, their 4th game of the season, they had 42 shots against St. Louis in a winning effort, 6-2. They did a lot of things right. The penalty kill scares me in that when this team, you can't continue to struggle in the penalty kill. And I know we talk about how aggressive they are all over the ice. So the only time I want to be negative is right now is they're so aggressive on the penalty kill that opens up holes and allows teams to make passes through seams. And it's going to be something they're going to need to clean up and straighten up as this team moves forward, meaning next year, the year after, and you'll have different personnel in there by then. So we're not going to worry about it. That's all the negativity I'm going to get. It's out. Beyond that, this team looked incredibly fast today. And I don't know if it's the
young guns.
If it's the Utes, all these Utes on this team, these youths that are like flying. The young guns took over this game, and you could really see the young legs that were moving. And I think it inspired some of the old men, like Nick Schmaltz.
The old men.
And
Nick Schmaltz is my age.
Nick Schmaltz and Nick Bjugstad put on the speed boots too, and they had great goals.
Oh my God, Bugie.
Yeah, Bugie.
The Nick Schmaltz goal was almost a carbon copy of the Cooley goal.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this team looked fast. And one of the things the Coyotes have wanted to be is a tough team to play against. They want to be physical on the puck, but they want to be quick on pucks. They want to be fast. And I think this is what I saw a season ago when this team played at Mullett. This is how they played. They were quick on pucks. They attacked the puck. They've won these foot races, and was what I labeled Mullett magic and the Coyotes hockey. It was playing fast, and you really saw that tonight. Where I don't think that Nashville had an answer for them. And you talk about guys like Roman Josi got beat by Logan Cooley, blow by him. This is a good win. It's a feather in their cap on a tough season that they're winding down right now. And this is one they can enjoy for a couple days because it doesn't get easier. And we'll get into that later.
Well, let's talk about Logan Cooley because we talked a ton about Josh Doan on Tuesday night, obviously, because he had a phenomenal NHL debut. He scored twice. Dylan Guenther had a goal. Logan Cooley did not have a goal. So he comes into this one, scores in the first period, and they even said it on the broadcast. They're like, Logan Cooley wants in on the action. And not only did Logan Cooley want in on the action, he wanted in on it again and again. And Logan Cooley records his first career hat trick. Almost caught it. Congrats to Logan Cooley, his first career hat trick. What an accomplishment. It was already his first multi-goal game of his career heading into the night. Rounds it out with a hat trick. Now has 16 goals this season. Congrats to Logan Cooley, who has really blossomed in the second half of the season.
Yeah, and you look, we talk about the benchmark is kind of that 20 goals season that you talk about, 20 goals is a big step. He's got 16 now. And I think we would have said a few weeks ago, especially before Guenther joined, and we'll talk about those things. Before Guenther joined, he said he's not going to get 20 this year. Now he's got 9 games to get 4.
And I think he could do it.
I think he can do it. The way these guys are playing together and with the number of home games they have left, what do they have? 4 in this stretch, and then they finish when they have 5 left. I think Logan Cooley can get 20 goals this season, and I think that's if he can get 20 goals this season. This season's a huge success for that rookie. I think he took huge steps as the season comes along, and today, those are the goals we expected to see out of Logan Cooley. That one is specifically in the second period where he's able to fight off the defender, pull in front of UC Soros and beat him far side. That's a really, really nice goal. And I think that the expectations of this kid is we want to see those highlight goals, often from him. And I think that point is coming. But I think he really showed today what his speed and his ability to get to the net are and how quick he is and how quick his hands are. He's a special player. And it was exciting to watch him get there tonight. One of the things, when you get behind the numbers, though, he finishes with 3 goals, but he played just over 14 minutes. And we're talking Maccelli had 16, and if you go to Keller and those guys, Schmaltz had 19, Keller had 19, Guenther had 15. So Cooley had one of the fewer time on ice of all of the forwards, and yet he's able to get the hat trick. So you look at how I don't call him easing him into the lineup, but he's not getting those minutes. He's not getting that power play time, and he sits on the bench through 2 power plays. You hang on, because by next season, when the power play jumps over the boards, Logan Cooley's going to be on the power play. I'm going to call it today. So make a note, get the receipts. Logan Cooley will be part of this power play a year from now. So him getting 3 goals in 14 minutes, outstanding accomplishment. Great for Logan Cooley. What a great night.
Great night for us too, because Danielle was at the game and captured Logan Cooley's goals. So Danielle, let's take a look at your photos. This was literally, you talked about him creating the space. This is that second goal we were talking about.
What a goal.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
So
and his ability to protect the puck there, and you see how well he protects the puck from the defender reaching in, and that's what you do. You lean into that shot so the defender can't get the puck, and he's got no room. Casaros has got his stick out. So look at how narrow that space is between the 2 sticks on the ice, and he's able to thread the needle and pull that puck between his legs, and he's able to put it past Saros on the far side. It's a great move. I tell you what, this kid is so exciting to watch, and they're having fun again. We said this on the Josh Doan game. This group is having fun, and you see them on the bench, and they're laughing, and they're smiling, and they're happy. And Bear was congratulating Cooley after the hat trick. Yeah, that was a cool moment,
and I'm excited to hear from Craig.
Yeah, what we said, it's just that, I tell you what, that kind of excitement and exuberance and happiness, and I said it again, and I hate to overuse it, but connected team is a dangerous team, and this is the beginning. Oh God, you're wearing the thing. This is the beginning of what this is going to look like in the future, when these guys are the guys, when it's Cooley, Guenther, Doan, Keller's in his late 20s. You say, wow, I get it now. And it's all starting right now. You're seeing the evolution and the start of it right now. How is Chris Melton here?
Chris said they were following the game from Chase.
Because she was at Chase. We saw the pictures from Chase.
By the way, the chaos of having the D-Max game on one TV and the Coyotes game on the other, and it was just like run, goal, run, goal, run, goal, run, goal. It was chaos here in the office. But one stat I want to point out about Logan Cooley is, we talked about how he's really blossomed in the second half. So Dylan Guenther arrived here, played his first game on January 7th. Since Dylan Guenther joined the team on January 7th, Logan Cooley has 13 goals and 6 assists.
Yeah.
So 13 of his 16 goals have come since Dylan Guenther got here.
That's insane. 13 of 16 since Guenther. So you think that's coincidence? No.
I do not.
And Leah brought up a good point too, though. It's not just what it did for Logan Cooley on the ice, and clearly it's helped him. I think you've seen a jump and a step. I think you pair those two together, and I think those things have definitely shown on the ice. But what I really think has helped Logan Cooley with the addition of Dylan Guenther is how he is off the ice.
Yeah.
And he's got someone his age now. He's got someone he can hang out with. He's got someone he can go to dinner with and be just a kid with, because so many of his teammates are older.
And
have
even
different interests.
with Doan now too, even if it's just for this little stretch of the season.
Exactly.
I mean, and these are all guys who have formed relationships at development camp and being through that process of being Coyotes prospects. And now they're going to start to come up together. And I'll say it one more time, a connected team is a dangerous team. And I think we're starting to see that. I really do. So there's been a lot of chatter in the chat about who the dog should be. And without question, it's Logan Cooley. Logan Cooley has that desert dog in him with his first career hat trick.
And well deserved. I know there were a lot of, Nick Bjugstad, I know you're listening on your drive home. I tried. That was a beautiful goal by Nick Bjugstad, Minnesota native Nick Bjugstad, driving the net with a beautiful goal. Unfortunately, you were not the desert dog. Clayton Keller with a 4.9.
Clayton Keller had a 4-point night, and he wasn't even the dog.
And not his dog.
Tied his career high, 4-point night, third time in his career that he did that. A goal and 3 assists for Clayton Keller. He definitely deserves his flowers and his kudos, but he wasn't even the dog because Logan Cooley got a hat trick.
It was tight.
The first of his career.
It was tight.
It was absolutely.
And I always say so. Antonio DeSandro just said a comment just above Chris, and he said this is progress. And he talked about the points that this team, we talked about it earlier. They got to the 70-point mark last year, and we said, well, they struggled in that 14-point losing streak. They're not going to get 70 this year. Well, now they got 9 games to go, and they're at 67. And even if they end up at 70 or around that 70 mark, it's still they took strides forward because they were a playoff team through the first week of January. And I really think that those important games push this team further, and they're starting to recognize what it means to win and finding ways to win. So I do think this has been an improvement on last season.
Absolutely. Well, we've been talking about, we've seen the Logan Cooley shirt pop onto the screen. I'm telling you right now, everybody should grab it because the Josh Doan shirts are essentially sold out. I think there may be 3 left, if that, but there's Logan Cooley shirts available right now over at phnxlocker.com. If you're not a diehard yet and you want to get that shirt for free, you can get that shirt for free when you become a diehard today. One of the many perks of being a diehard is you get a free shirt or hat at sign up, and every year after, you also get 20% off on all merch when you're a diehard. So you can get that shirt if you're a diehard now for 20% off. You also get 20% off on events. You get access to our diehard only content on our website, an ad-free website experience, and access to our Discord. So plenty of perks to becoming a diehard. Check it out, PHNX. Go phnx.com/diehard to become a diehard. PHNX Locker to shop our merch. And Petey, the heater continues for you on anytime goal scorers. It's actually scary.
It's ridiculous now. My BetMGM Sportsbook app. So we tallied it up over the last 10 days. The last 10 days, I have picked 8 goal scorers. Anytime goal scorers, 7 of them have hit. And I had 2 tonight. Keller and Forsberg, both hit.
Like, you're on a heater.
It's 7 out of 8. Like, that's, and I pick obscure games and I'll go through and pick
and
obscure
those
guys.
Win good money. They're not like minus 200.
No, they're always plus.
They're always plus money.
Heater at the BetMGM Sportsbook app, and it's so easy to do. I do it right before the game.
So easy, and we highly recommend you download it now because we have March Madness going on. The MLB opening day is today. You have hockey playoffs approaching, NBA playoffs approaching. This is the prime time to bet on sports. So sign up for BetMGM, use the bonus code PHNX, place your first BetMGM sportsbook wager through the BetMGM sportsbook mobile app for at least $10, and you'll receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if the bet loses. Check out the show notes for full details. And now listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800 Eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
There we go.
Take all of your winnings and run down to Desert Financial Credit Union for safekeeping. For more than 84 years, Desert Financial has been Arizona's largest, most trusted local credit union, providing financial solutions that make lives better. Like
Brock.
I'm thinking Vancouver. See, I'm so sorry, Desert Financial Credit Union. I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard not to mumble through this. The Desert Financial team are financial experts who help real people achieve their financial goals and dreams. And I mean, real people need financial dreams. And I'm one of those real people. I didn't even think about retirement, and it's time to retire. So make sure you're doing that. Check into Desert Financial Credit Union, because it's not just checking and savings accounts and mortgages and loans and credit cards. They also have investment options and can help you talk about retirement. So go there now, open up a free checking account online and get $200 in bonuses. Get started by visiting desertfinancial.com/200.
All right. Well, he's been waiting patiently, so it's time that we bring him in from Mullett Arena. It's Craig. And he's
What's
glowing.
up, guys?
And he's glowing.
I'm going to say this, Craig.
Yeah, this is weird tonight. I don't know.
I liked the elevator, Craig, and I don't know what happened, but but it's such an event.
Wait. Someone's making a guest appearance.
Oh, my goodness.
No way. What is that? Oh, they lost. There was a bet. There was a bet that was lost.
There was a little bit of a bet between
Patrick
the Iowa
Brown.
State Cyclones and the Illini, and I'm guessing who lost. Craig, I miss your theme song. I think it's an event when you join the show.
We'll do it
and
next
I
time.
don't know what's going on with the glow tonight. We got this weird glow tonight. I don't know what's happening.
I like how Petey's saying one thing. Craig's not even listening. He
just
doesn't
like
care.
every other day. Craig doesn't pay attention to me. It's fine. I'm used to it.
Oh boy. All right. Well, Craig, what happened to this Coyotes team? Like, they're all of a sudden on a massive heater, and you said it, the Doan effect. It's here.
Oh, I thought I was here to talk about Illinois. No? We don't want to talk about Illinois going to the Elite Eight and your U of A Wildcats choking yet again.
Oh.
Is that part,
No, I don't
not
want to
part of the
talk about
conversation
that.
here?
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about the Doan effect, because the Coyotes looked awful in the first 10 minutes of this game, and they were down 2-0 to, of all people, Jason Zucker, who scored 2 goals. Did he do that for the Coyotes? Did he do that for the Coyotes this season?
Never once, Craig.
There were some good chirps in the Discord. Like, usually those were going wide when Jason Zucker was
Or
shooting
right
for the
in the
Coyotes.
crest.
Yeah, right in the crest. And then what happened in the O-zone? Josh Doan made a great read, stripped a puck, set up Jack McBain. It was an ugly goal, mind you, on UC Soros. It never should have found the net. But after that, the Coyotes were rolling. It's the Josh Doan effect. He had 2 assists in this game. He's on a 164-point pace, as I tweeted, and he's probably still going to win the Calder Trophy.
Well, Sean DePaz is beating the Doan for Calder drum. I appreciate that. And Craig, Petey and I went back and looked up Shane Doan's first few career games to see how long did it take him to get points, assists, because we saw Josh Doan get 2 goals in his first game. He hadn't yet recorded an assist till tonight. He had 2. So we went back. Shane Doan had 3 points in his first 2 games. So Josh is already outdoing him there with 4 in his first 2. Shane Doan had 2 assists in game 1 and 1 assist in game 2.
And his first goal came in his 17th NHL game. He got 2 against Chicago in his 17th game. So it took if you keep track of this, Josh is winning. Just saying.
Yeah.
Shane. Just saying. Got a ways to go.
I saw Shane was here again tonight, and I was mentioning, how we were planning a graphic side by side of hat tricks, game 1, game 1161.
Yeah.
And he said if Josh had scored, if he had gotten the hat trick, he said, I was going to leave because I was just going to take so much abuse from everyone in the arena.
Yeah. Can you imagine? It's coming. I'm telling you what, the kid is just around it, and it brings up a good point to create. He got 2 assists tonight, but he just does things right. And we talk about all the dumb mistakes this team makes and the turnovers and the bad defending and it going forward when you should be going backward. Watch Josh Doan play. And if he's supposed to dump the puck in, he dumps the puck in. If it's supposed to be a chip off the wall, it's a chip off the wall. Like I'm telling you, it's those little details that make a huge difference, and that's why he's not getting caught out in the ice in a bad position. He's fun to watch, and not just the offensive side. He's
player.
A smart kid.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look lost out there either. That's something I noticed tonight. Like sometimes you see a guy get in his first NHL game and he seems a little lost, or like he's a talented hockey player, but it doesn't have that adjustment.
Yeah.
And I was watching Josh tonight and I just noticed that he seemed like he knew like to go to the right places. He was doing all the right things.
Yeah, he's got such good hockey sense, and no surprise, right? Given who he grew up under. But it's going to help him so much. The knock on Josh has always been, can he play with the pace that is going to be required in the NHL? But Lars Epso has worked so much with him on his skating. I don't know. Like I'm not going to call him Connor McDavid, but I don't think pace is a problem for Josh. The way he's played these first 2 games, I don't think skating's an issue at all, and that's a really good sign, and also just a testament to how much he's worked on it. Because I remember when he got to ASU that first year, and I was watching, I was like, you got a way to go. Well, he's made up a lot of ground in a very short amount of time.
It's funny, Craig. I remember that you and I were at Oceanside, and that's the exact conversation that you had in the corner. You're going, gosh, nice player, did some good things, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if he skates well enough. Whoops. I mean, it's funny, but again, it goes back to what he does. He keeps working at it. He does it with a smile on his face, and he just keeps working at it. I tell you what, this group's having a lot of fun right now, and I know there's only 10 games left or 9 now, but they're having fun, and let them have fun for the rest of the way out of this one.
Especially if the Senators and Canadiens keep winning. It's
I
all
know.
good.
Listen, the Coyotes, they're putting their draft lottery odds in jeopardy, but as long as the Senators and Canadiens win like they did tonight, it's fine. I don't know if they're going to catch Columbus. Columbus is just, but
yeah, no.
But fifth worst, I feel like that's okay for the season this team had. Another Doan nugget. Here's one, courtesy of NHL PR. Josh Doan became the 5th active player to post multiple points in their first 2 NHL games. The others, Elias Pettersson, Jesper Bratt, Vladimir Tarasenko, and Anze Kopitar. Heard of them?
I've heard of them. That's a very good list.
Yeah, that's a good list for sure. But Craig, I want to pivot to Logan Cooley. He was our dog. Yeah. We talked about his hat trick already. That's why we have a hat on the table. You guys got the chance to speak to him post game. What did he have to say about his game tonight?
I mean, he was excited about the hat trick. Honestly, nothing earth shattering came out of him tonight. But I just, more than anything, watching Logan Cooley, I want to see this sort of push from him toward the end of the season. You want to see, and I listen, I don't even believe that momentum carries over from one season to the next, but I want him to go into the offseason on a high with confidence that he has figured out how to play in this league. This is obviously just one game, but a 3-goal game is going to help your confidence. I want to see him just start pushing the pace, making good decisions with the puck. Because there's still times where it looks like he thinks he's in college and he'll make plays where you just can't make them in the NHL. I want to see growth from him over the last 10 games and really take a step into the offseason to prove that he's going to be, a really elite offensive player.
Yeah, he was special tonight. And we talked about his skating ability and his speed. And you see, we talked about Doan beating the defenseman. I know he gets in and doesn't score on that play, but Doan made an unbelievable play in the first period offensive with his speed. And then Cooley drives and uses his speed to get his goal. I'm telling you. And Gunther's another guy who I was questioning if he's fast enough in his pace. And he's another guy that just surprised me in his ability to get away from players too. So the speed of this team is exciting to watch. And again, it bodes well for what this future young guns team is going to be able to produce in the future.
I got a story coming on Dylan Gunther in the morning, looking back at that trade, that Bill Armstrong says was the true start of the rebuild. It's been fun to watch Dylan Gunther produce. He's moving at quite a clip right now. It's pretty surprising to see what he's done since he came up.
I'm curious if you asked Bear after the game, or if anyone did, about what he said to Logan Cooley on the bench, because on the broadcast it captured a really nice moment after Cooley got back on the bench after the hat trick of him talking to him for quite a while. But whether or not that comment was addressed, or he had just any comments in general that were worth relaying.
It wasn't actually. No, we didn't talk to him about that. But I think his mind is in the same place with Logan Cooley in particular. Just want to see some significant progress. And look, it was more overarching really with what he was looking at for this entire team tonight, how they played defense. After the first 10 minutes and the mistakes they made, he liked the way they defended. He liked how that fed into their offense and their ability to play with pace. Logan Cooley was one of those guys, certainly, who was able to do that tonight.
Absolutely. Craig, what were some, I know there's a few other things you want to talk about. Did you want to address your bet with Patrick? I feel like we've already done that.
I mean, I feel like it's already done. You know, we're going to Mastro's Ocean Club for dinner. Patrick doesn't know that yet, but he thinks we're going to Illegal Pete's.
Well,
but
I remember
that's the appetizers.
You said if you lost, you were going to McDonald's, so
that's
this doesn't feel very fair.
It's true.
No,
life's
not fair, Leah.
Yep.
No.
That is true. We know that as Coyotes
fair.
people. Oh my gosh. But we want to mention some of the Coyotes, speaking of the future in the NCAA tournament. We talked about all of these Coyotes on Monday, the prospects in the tournament. Few good performances today. I mean, maybe not the best outcome for some of these guys. Michael Rabel made 41 saves in a thrilling double overtime loss to Denver for UMass, but Miko Matika on the other side of that advances. Jonathan Castagna advances. Tanner Ludke eliminated. But overall, a pretty good day for the Yotes prospects in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, Michael Rabel was the one that really stood out for me today, because I got a chance to watch that game, and he was spectacular. And the Coyotes had like 4 staff members at that game scouting it, because they had 2 players, and I think they only had 1 person in Sioux Falls for the other regional, but they had a lot of people, and there was a lot of praise coming Michael Rabel's way for that performance. So that's a good sign.
Absolutely. That is a good sign. But Craig, the one thing that we all are waiting on is, I think it's happening. Danielle, get ready. Because we're going to talk for 1 second about the arena. We're going to talk about the arena for just 1 second. So we have to give a disclaimer. It's time.
Yeah, there's not a lot to say here. I just think people are probably freaking out right now. I did reach out to someone at the Arizona State Land Department, and basically what they told me is, look, these things are complex. There's a lot of pieces to it. That's the reason it's not done yet. There's nothing nefarious going on here, right? I just want to tell people that, because there have been, like, you can't believe the suggestions that I've got from various corners about what's going on right now. I don't know what those people's sources are, but I did reach out directly to the land department, and it's a process. It's very complex. That's why it hasn't been posted yet. I'm not getting the idea from anybody that actually knows that it's not going to happen. It's a long process. So we'll see when it gets posted. I don't know when it's going to be posted, but I'm not hearing from anyone that, it's not going to happen now, and which would be absurd after they had the meeting anyway to approve the deal. So we know it's coming. We just don't know when.
The only thing, and I won't dwell on this either, Craig, because that's actual reporting where you talk to people that are actually doing what's supposed to be done. But my question and the concern gets to be, if it goes, and I have no idea when it's going to get, I have no idea.
Right.
I'm not prefacing this, but if it goes to the end of next week, which puts it out another 8 or 9 or 10 days from right now, that would start to put the date of the 10 weeks out into mid-June, start to get that in a little more jeopardy. So I hope we see it move a little bit quicker, because we don't want that 10 weeks to push that date any further out than the middle of June. How
about this for an awful scenario, guys? How about it gets posted and they do it during the NHL draft? Because the Arizona State Land Department doesn't care.
Yeah, you don't think they're caring about the draft?
No.
Yes,
can you imagine that? What do we do? Are we driving back and forth?
No, Leah and I will be at Circa in Vegas.
Yeah, we'll handle Vegas, Craig.
That's news,
You
Craig.
go to the land department
auction.
That sounds
Craig
all you.
Yeah, that's you written all over it.
A lot. Yeah,
we'll be at Circa. We'll see you at the Sphere. Right after the U2 concert. We'll tell you how it went. Yeah, you're right. They just don't care. It could be 2 weeks later and right smack dab in the middle of the draft.
That's like my work here now. I'm looking ahead. I'm like, oh my God, please don't let that happen. So,
oh boy.
Anyway, That's all I got on the arena. It was I'm one other thing on the prospects. Booth and Simashev are now in a battle for their lives. They're 3-3 in the KHL quarterfinals after having a 3-1 series lead. Hopefully those guys can move on. Neither one of them played very much in this game today. Maybe their coach will realize, hey, we need to get the young guys in if we're going to rescue this series. But that's all I got, guys.
Well, it's not all we have for you because the Mullett Magician I don't think he expected this hot streak at home. So he had to whip some things together very last minute. But
it looks like you've done a screening. Have you done a screening, Petey? Because the way you're reacting.
There's a concern level here for me. I'm concerned. Craig.
Anywho, this one actually, and I had the chance to see it ahead of time as well. It's a themed trick based on current events. So without further ado, it's the Mullett Magician.
No.
The Coyotes win at home. It's a time for more magic. We go to the Magic Hockey Rink. We look at the both sides. There's nothing at the Magic Hockey Rink except the Josh Doan. He goes down to the net. Oh, he scores! How did I do that? It's a magic.
Petey's just gone. How did he do it? Craig is speechless. Craig and Petey are speechless.
How many games left, Craig?
Wow.
Wow.
There's 9 games left.
The magician is digging deep into his bag of tricks now.
Wow.
By the way, can we talk about how that ice looked like a dog? Like if you just look at it, it looked like a drawing of a dog.
Oh, with the eyes.
And like the nose.
We'll look at it again later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, maybe not his best, but he tried. So that's all.
I thought it was amazing. I'm still stunned. I don't know how that happened. That was an amazing trick. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
wow.
All right.
Anything else, Craig?
I just don't know how to get out of this one.
Okay, we'll push you out. Goodbye.
Drive safe.
All right, guys. See ya.
Oh my Lord. I love seeing Craig's reactions to the Mullett Magician. Not his best performance, but It's okay. We'll treat him at the end of the year. He's worked really hard. I think we should take him to some burrows, Petey.
He's in. I'm sure he'd make that food disappear.
Yeah. He would. Craig is now going to some burrows every single Taco Tuesday. We know Danielle goes at least 2 to 3 times a week, if not more. Some burrows is so delicious, and I'm a little hungry right now, so this is going to sound especially good to me. If you haven't been to some burrows yet, there are locations all over the valley, and right now until the end of March, which ends Sunday. So take advantage this weekend of 20% off your order up to $100 when you use code PHNX at checkout for the whole month of March. It's available in restaurant, drive-thru, and when you order online, not available on third-party delivery. Visit someburrows.com.
Can I say, Craig actually brought some burrows to Mullett today.
So we've been at Mullett the last 2 games.
And he didn't bring him then.
Wait, for you or for himself?
No, just for himself.
Oh, okay.
But he had many chimneys.
Oh my God. I thought you said he brought it for both of you, and I was going to say that would be like really rude of him to do that.
We'll get to the rude in just a second.
Yeah, we have a lot of super.
But I have work to do.
Yes.
But I have work to do. And it starts with not America's thirst stop, not America's snack stop. It starts with me at America's gas stop, because on my way to the show today, I just hit 150 miles to empty on the way here. And that's not a joke. It was 150 miles. And it's time for me to get to Circle K. It is time. And if you're in your car listening to this right now on audio, check your gas gauge. And if it's under 150 miles to empty, pull into the nearest Circle K before the red light comes on. I beg you. And before you fill up, make sure you are a member of Circle K's free membership program, The Inner Circle, because I am. And you save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups and 3 cents per gallon on every fill-up after that. Plus, you get discounts and on all kinds of their goodies and snacks. So make sure you go and get yourself a part of the Inner Circle. It's easy to do to join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details.
All right, let's get to some of these super chats, and we'll start. We'll go backwards. We'll start with Rudo.
Let's start with Rudo.
And by the way, Rudo, I want to acknowledge I did see your comment about you calling Josh Doan being an NHL player at the rookie face-off. So I'll give you your flowers for that. But Rudo super chat: Logan Cooley has enough goals. Can he give one to McKinnon? Please, Rudo. McKinnon is fine.
Buddy. Potential MVP candidate of the year this year on a
the
team
Avs
that's
lost in a shootout tonight, and Rudo comes in here. I needed a winning post-game show. They're
for a
making
team
the
battling for the
playoffs.
President's Trophy.
The Coyotes are eliminated. Let us
Playoffs.
have this. Anything else?
Can you imagine?
to say to Rudo?
No. I'm just they have a cup parade recently. They're a team that could win the President's Trophy. Their playoffs start in 10 games, and the Coyotes will be golfing. So no, we need all the Logan Cooley goals.
We want
can
him to get
possibly
20.
Get.
We
20.
want him
we
to
need
get
him to get 20. Rudo. McKinnon got 20 in the first week.
Yes, seriously.
It's all good. Rudo.
All right, next one from Peter. It is my birthday and I demand magic. Well, Peter, you got your magic. I hope it was everything you dreamed of, and happy birthday, Peter. We hope you had a great day. And then one from Mike. As a Yotes fan, since they got here, I am so happy to say that the future really looks bright for us. And when the arena is built, a lot of people will have to eat crow. 100%.
And they're going to have a booth for that. Crow in the corner. They're going to have a, it's no. Like chicken pizza and then crow?
I get it.
There's going to be a long line there. I agree, Mike. Drove by the site again today. Drive by it every single day. I drove by the site, and I'm imagining all of the wonderful things I'm going to have there. I am. I'm going to go there for lunch. Because I can.
To eat
got
crow?
that overhang, and I'm going to look at the Fremont Street style overhang, and I'm going to have lunch on the patio as I look out at the Circle K Arena, and I'm going to enjoy my day, and I'm just going to laugh and eat crow.
Okay. One more thing.
See, Peter, thank you. Peter understood. Like, some of magic is nuanced, and you've got like it's like performance art. There was more to it than just. And Peter, thank you, Peter. Peter understood it on his birthday. By the way, I'm gonna go way out on a limb here.
Here we go. The eating crow thing wasn't on a limb?
I think the magician is handsome. I don't know, something about the guy. There's something about him I like. That charisma, that charm. People think I look like him, and I'm going to take that as a compliment. But it can't be me because I wear glasses, and I don't know if you've seen the tricks. The magician does not wear glasses. It's kind of like Superman and Clark Kent. Like I wear glasses, he doesn't. End of the story. But I do see the similarity. Handsome. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to move on from there. So I'm going to throw the floor to Danielle. And Danielle went to the Coyotes game again tonight. We already saw the unbelievable photos of Logan Cooley's goal. But Danielle, take us through some of your other photos. And again, if you're listening on audio, go over to YouTube or go over to our Twitter account at PHNX_Coyotes or Danielle's Twitter account at AbracadDanielle to see all these photos. But Danielle, take us through these.
Yeah, tonight was a lot of fun. So here we have Matias Maccelli.
Beautiful.
Look at that, the puck in the air. That's awesome.
That's one of my favorites.
That's really cool.
I'm going to be honest. I think I got one of my favorite photos ever in this, today at the game.
Okay.
We already saw this one. We used this one for the dog.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
I'm a big fan of this one.
I love this one.
This one's the boys.
Yeah.
Josh Doan.
Josh Doan. You said
Valimaki.
Is that Maccelli in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of that one.
I like that. Get to see their eyes, their
and
expressions,
then-
just being kids.
And then I decided to get a little artsy today.
Oh,
I
So
love
there's the back of
Ingram's
of
mask.
Joker.
Ingram's mask. I am such a big fan of goalie masks. They're so cool. And Connor Ingram's got one of the best.
And he's got the Joker on the back of his mask. And the one thing about goalie masks in hockey versus catcher's mask in baseball, goalies in hockey can express themselves. And they can use, their art to express who they are inside. And baseball just has colors of the uniforms. And I'm sure that's a league rule. We need to change, Danielle. Get on it. I don't know. Is it Bud Selig? He's not there anymore, but I'm going to say Bud Selig because I know he's a commissioner. Fix it.
Rob Manfred, my former boss.
Okay, well, fix it.
I'm going to be honest. I think this is one of the best pictures I've ever taken.
Wow.
Up next.
Wow.
I'm
that
a pretty
is
big
sick.
fan of this one.
Is that Kerfoot?
It's Kerfoot, yeah.
No, I think it's McBain.
I think it's Kerfoot.
I think it's
I
Kerfoot.
was pretty sure
Yeah.
it was McBain who was right there.
Well, let us know in the chat. I think it's Kerfoot, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's a phenomenal photo.
Great picture.
Unbelievable.
Today was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of
we're
fun.
so
I'm
happy.
glad
We're
that
so happy
Danielle-
to have Danielle at the
So
games.
Danielle is a baseball junkie.
Yep.
And I think, and I've always said this about people in sports, if you want to get hockey and get it, you've got to go to see it live. And Danielle has had the luxury of not only seeing it live, but she's been on the glass. And if hockey is so fast, it is so fast when you're up that close, you will be stunned. And it's an unbelievable, athletic, physical, difficult sport that you can't appreciate until you see it live.
Danielle is a convert, like full on hockey fan.
Yep,
We've done it.
Completely agree.
We've done it. And Altek said
and that's
for
opening
sure
day of baseball.
I know. Altek said that's for sure Kerfoot.
Yeah, he knows.
And he would know.
He's got the poster up in his room. It's okay, Altek. We understand.
Oh
it's all
my
good.
goodness. So.
Yeah, so and you know, it's great for us at PHNX because Danielle is a photographer and she's so talented at it. And now we get to use our own photos that Danielle takes.
Yes.
We just should have started this sooner.
Yes. By the way, Chad brings up the jersey auction. I loved the jerseys, the women's history or whatever. What were they? Women empowerment jerseys. Yeah. Celebrating women. Loved the jerseys. Arizona Coyotes Twitter, they're up. And there was an auction for them. And Chad mentioned that the Doan jersey was leading all the jerseys in auction prices. It was $7,500 last time he looked. I looked during the third period. Yeah. Far and away, it was the most bid on jersey, Josh which Doan. I think is crazy. Unbelievable. But
crazy.
Yeah, really cool.
It's crazy. So. He's played 2 games.
I know.
He's got
the Doan effect.
4 points.
The Doan effect.
The Doan effect. It's unreal. And he's put. They're 2-0. He's got 4 points. They got undefeated at home with Josh Doan in the lineup. How's that?
Petey, the Coyotes have 14 goals in their last 2 games.
14 goals in 2 games. 14 goals. It took them 5 games to get 14 in their 5 previous. 5 added up. That's amazing. For a team that's offensively challenged to put up these kind of numbers, and you can say what you want, but Josh Doan is making a difference. And I know he gets two assists and he doesn't get the 2 goals tonight they did last night, but it's just, there's a vibe there. They're having fun again. And we said this under Andre Tourigny, that he's a guy that makes it fun to go to the rink and he makes that vibe and it makes it exciting. Well, Josh brought that spark that this team needed after the 14-game losing streak. They're having fun again. And I credit that to Josh Doan. This is fun to watch, and I can't wait to see what they do against the New York Rangers.
Yeah, should be a challenge. We thought the Preds would be a challenge. They didn't even appear to be that big of a challenge. But Danielle, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule if we can. Rangers coming in for a Saturday matinee or manatee, depending on how you like to read it. Few days off, and then the Vancouver Canucks and the Golden Knights are in town. I don't know if you know, Petey, but those are some pretty good teams over these next 3 games.
Pretty good teams. 2 of them battling for the President's Trophy for the league lead in the regular season, and then the Vegas Golden Knights who are just hitting their stride right before the playoffs. These are 3 tough teams, like really tough teams. I'm not sure. I still think watch those Yotes on Saturday. Watch them be sneaky. It's another one of those
well, especially games. The Rangers have clinched.
Yep, Rangers have clinched. They're not gonna. It's Saturday afternoon, so they're not gonna skate Saturday morning. It's Friday night in Scottsdale, buddy. I'm just telling you. The Rempire State Building will be here.
Rempe and
Tempe. Yeah, and there's nobody on this roster that can match up with Rempe. So hopefully there's no fighting, and I sincerely mean that because Rempe O'Brien, Rempe Brown, it's not good. Not good. Just let him rest. This honestly, don't get into it with him unless you have to, unless he takes liberties with one of their players. The New York Rangers are incredibly fast. They can roll lines. They do not put that team on the power play. They have too many weapons on the power play. You can't sit in the penalty box. They're going to have to address that.
PK hasn't been.
Their PK has struggled, and you can't put the Rangers on the power play. This game on Saturday, if they can play like that and be on pucks like that, they will surprise the New York Rangers. Now, do I think they can beat the New York Rangers? I'm not quite sure I'm ready to say that yet, but I think they will surprise them with the team speed that they've shown over these last 2 games.
Well, should be interesting. The Coyotes are in a very interesting era right now. They always go on these March heaters, but I think this little injection of youth with the Josh Doan effect, what Cooley and Gunther are getting done, it's really been special. And this is, I guess, a little bit more of a negative stat, but it's just really interesting. And we found this out. Here's the last nugget of the night. On January 22nd, the Coyotes were only separated from the Nashville Predators by 2 points. And coming into tonight, they were separated by 25 points. So it's very crazy.
That's insane.
It's very crazy how things have changed.
In 2 months.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane. They're battling for the last playoff spot
I know.
in the Western Conference.
I know.
On January 22nd.
I know. And now they're playing 25 points apart, mathematically eliminated, but we're getting a glimpse of what the future could be, and I think that's really excited. Somebody earlier in the chat had said, we're in our chosen one arc, and Josh Doan is him, and that's what it feels like. It does feel like we're just starting on the upward trajectory. I know it's been dark days, but I think this week we've had some really, really bright spots, and it's made hockey fun again, Petey.
Yeah,
so.
and it's just making hockey fun again for people in the Valley, and it's funny because we've talked about this team every game. So yeah. I just want to throw that out there. But when we went to the media day the other day in the media scrum, guess who else was there? Other people.
Yeah.
Not just us. Other people were there. And it's exciting to see the buzz that you're starting to see around this team. And again, it's the Doan effect, and it made a difference. And people put their eyes on this franchise, not just locally. NHL Network, the Sports
Sports Center. The Josh Doan girls were on ESPN Sports Center. Yeah.
So it's good to have something positive about the franchise. I've said this to all the diehard fans and the people that have followed this team for a very long time. It's really nice to have something positive to talk about. Something positive, and you're not talking about arena or moving or any of these things. It's fun. It's positive, and the buzz in that arena the last 2 days because of the push they're getting from Josh Doan that brought the attention back to this team, and it's making hockey fun again.
It is. It absolutely is. I want to make sure we just make sure everyone got their flowers. We've given plenty of flowers to Logan Cooley, Clayton Keller. You shouted out Nick Bjugstad, but that was his 20th goal of the season, which is a really, really cool thing for him.
20.
The second time in his career that he's scored 20, and the last time was in the 2014-2015 season. Logan Cooley was 10 years old then. So congrats to Nick Bjugstad and Nick Buke's dad, who has been on a heater ever since welcoming his third child. So congrats to Nick Bjugstad. Nick Schmaltz scores his 21st of the season tonight as well. He ended the night with a goal and assist and +4. And I think that's worth noting, especially on that line, which often finds themselves a minus for Nick Schmaltz to end +4. I know they scored 8 goals.
Yeah, he's +4. Keller's +3. It's one of the things I criticized him about last week. And here they defended well and put points on the board. So good for that top line of Bjugstad, Keller, and Schmaltz, all getting goals tonight. And ending up on the positive side of the ledger. So good on them for that. And they need their flowers for sure.
Absolutely. Matias Maccelli, of course, getting one of 2 empty net goals. I can't remember many times that I've seen a goalie pulled with 6 minutes to go. That was a very strange choice. And one other guy I want to shout out because he has been on a bit of a dry spell with scoring goals, but he played a crucial role in Logan Cooley's first goal, and that's Lawson Krause, who does a lot of stuff understated, and I just want to
give him some flowers too.
Well.
A lot of flowers today, and they're much deserved. And I think that's what happens in a game like this, where it's the sum of the parts. And I think that the connected team's dangerous team, and they're connected.
Absolutely. Well, let's finish things off by taking a look at the punch card. We've officially begun the last line of the punch card, and for the 4th time this season, we are starting a line with a win. So let's end the season strong, but not sacrifice 5th overall.
Yeah, I tell you what, if they would have had this green that they've had in the last 2 lines in that 14-game losing streak, maybe this would be different than we're talking about right now. But all things considered, it's probably a team that wasn't going to make the playoffs anyway. So let's vie for that 5th overall spot. And one other thing, Roaring Fork brought up just now, Cooley, Carcone, and Krause all are on the verge of 20.
That's
and it's
unbelievable.
It's very possible they could. And so I have to do some research, unless Charles is listening and he can do the research. I don't know how many 20-goal scores that puts this team at. That would put it at 5 or 6. And I want to know the last time they've had 5 or 6. So
that's
I'm going to have to do some homework before tomorrow's 2:00 show.
Yep.
Because I'm going to find out.
Okay.
I think.
Well, it was an exciting night here at PHNX. The D-backs opening night, they had a bajillion runs. It was so entertaining. And I got to say, the Four Peaks was flowing, especially for Damon after U of A's tough loss, which I don't want to dwell on.
So
but
is that Damon was it? I did see him drinking beer.
He was
had the
drinking.
Golden
He
Lager.
was drinking Golden Lager.
The Four Peaks Golden Lager.
Luckily, we have a stocked beer fridge here of tons of Four Peaks beer. And
true.
make sure you stock up on Four Peaks. The weather is perfect. This is perfect beer drinking weather. Baseball is back. There's nothing better than drinking beer and watching baseball. So make sure you drink Four Peaks whenever you drink your beer, and you can stock up wherever you buy your beer, and swing by the 8th Street Pub as well, because they have tons of stuff on tap and delicious food. So you can visit fourpeaks.com/locator to find all your favorite beers and events. You can check out at Four Peaks Brew or at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. You must be 21 or older to drink Four Peaks, and please enjoy responsibly.
And Leah's mom just got new floors.
True. I showed Petey.
And you know who else did? Recently, before they became a sponsor,
You.
I did. And my mistake is I didn't use Empire today. And I swear this is the truth. This is me being truthful. I did not use Empire today, and I wish I did. And I wish I could use a time machine and go back and use Empire today, because I used a big box store and it's been nothing but problems. And I have beat my head against the wall, and that's what happens when you go to a big box store. It's not all under one roof. The installer's not with them, and it's been a big mess. When you go to Empire today, you can guarantee yourself you're going to get the service, and they're going to take care of you, and they won't leave you frustrated like I'm frustrated. Make sure you use Empire today when you're getting your new flooring. Empire today, you get a shop at home convenience, the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and working with Empire today is easy, quick, and convenient. And they have that virtual floor designer, so you can see what their floor is going to look like by using their application. You can see exactly what it's going to look like in your room. But most important, they service their own warranties. If an issue does arise, you call Empire. I want to let that sink in, because I didn't do that. So please, if you're thinking of new flooring, make sure you check out Empire today. Schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use the promo code PHNX. Restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/PHNX for details.
Well done. You made it through.
I made it through.
I'm very proud.
Because it was personal, I was angry.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll wrap things up. I do just want to read part of Aiden's comment. Aiden said they're starting from the beginning, so they won't hear this till the end. But Aiden, I am reading your comment, and said the last 2 games are better than the 5-game cup streak. If we're going to win and ruin lottery odds, I'll gladly do it with these kids.
Yeah, Aiden nailed it. I think we've talked about the future. When Leah and I and Craig first started this, and Danielle was not a part of it at that time, but we started this 3 years ago, and we were talking about the future, and everybody's got to wait for the future and wait for the future. And that was before Gunther. It was before Cooley. It was before Doan and Simashev and Boot and Geeky and Lamoureux, and the list goes on and on. It was before all of those guys became Coyotes, and now you're starting to see this is what we were talking about. This is what we were hoping for. Those 3 kids are buzzing, and they're kids. They're still learning. They're still finding their way. They still have a lot of improvement and a lot of things they need to work on. But you can see it as a fan that there's something there, and there's some excitement in the future.
I love it. I just got distracted because Joel said, I'm frustrated. I keep losing my good hats.
We had a discussion about this, about hats, and what is the philosophy behind throwing your hat. So Joel, you threw your hat onto this. Were you at the game tonight, Joel?
Yes, Joel was at the game.
Okay, so Joel threw that. Well, I love the sport of hockey, and I love cheering for people, and I'm not so sure I'm throwing my hat over. So hats are expensive now. Can you bring like a bad hat?
I think you could bring like a backup bad hat.
Yes.
But I wonder actually, this is something else someone can tell me, how many, like, per an 82 game season, how many hat tricks could you possibly witness? Maybe actually 41 through a 41 games at home.
How many can you
How
really
many hat tricks
see?
are you going to see?
I mean, if you're the Colorado Avalanche,
Like,
probably more than Arizona.
That's true. But I'm with the idea of bringing a hat trick hat.
I am now completely on board, and I'm going to pitch the idea of bringing hat trick hats along with. As long as Cooley,
Joel said I didn't think I had to worry with this game.
Cooley, Doan, and Gunther in the lineup, I'm thinking hat trick hats are a necessity.
A hat trick hat seems to me kind of like in baseball terms, like when you're sitting in the bleachers.
Yeah.
And you bring an extra like little league ball in case you catch an away home run, and then you throw that ball in.
Oh,
You
see,
keep the
I
other
didn't
ball.
even know about that.
Wow.
That's a
Is
thing.
that a thing?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
it
know
was a
people.
thing.
I had season tickets in the bleachers, and I also did
Wow,
that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That
I'm gonna
is-
bring an extra hat. I don't wear many hats, but
Also, I was dying
No,
on the
do that.
TV when we watched a girl in the second row throw it and it
She
hit
missed.
the glass.
second row, buddy. Yeah, look, that's a dejected feeling. You're second row, like you're there and you still hit the glass. Whoops, fail.
Oh,
But good
my
on her using her own
goodness.
hat. So great.
Yeah, Ethan said if you're a Toronto fan,
Yeah.
Matthew's had like
Yeah, you go
7
through a
hat tricks
few,
this year. That's
Ethan.
true.
You
If
go
I
through
was
a
a
few.
Toronto season ticket holder, well, hopefully if you're a Toronto season ticket holder, you better be able to afford hats because those
true.
are expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive up there. How are the Leafs doing in the playoffs?
We don't. It's not
Well,
even the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm
yet.
still burying them. One and done.
Oh my god! All right. Well, Petey, any final thoughts on this game?
No, I this was for a Coyotes fan. This is what you want to see, and what I mean. There's so many good things. They were fast. They played fast. They were on top of pucks. They beat a team that's better than them again on paper, and I thought it showed because they were quick, and it's all because this youth movement that this team is going through right now, and I think it does push the pace for more of the veteran players. And I know we're talking about like Clayton Keller's like he's 35. Clayton Keller's 25 years old. But I think this is contagious. I think this is contagious throughout the entire roster. I think this team played quicker, faster. They got more pucks to the net, and they played more offensive than I've seen them play this as long as I can remember this season. So it's really exciting. I'm glad they're finishing the season on a high note. And I know with 9 games to go, to see them end positive instead of losing 10 in a row or 12 in a row, which leaves you feeling miserable for the entire summer. These are some good memories that they're going to have carrying into the summer and their summer training so they can prepare to come back in the fall and ready to pick up where they left off. And so I'm really excited to see how they finish off this last 9 games.
Absolutely. This has felt really excited. Like Aiden, said, it just feels there's something different in the air. Last week I was thinking, I don't know how we're going to get through these last few games. And now I'm actually excited to sit down and watch Coyotes hockey. So really excited about Saturday's game against the Rangers. Should be an interesting challenge. Excited that it's a 3 p.m. game. You and I love that.
We're excited.
And we're going to be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. So make sure you join us then. Keep the good vibes going on a Flavoring Friday fun day.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be a blast. So join us on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed because we have tons of videos from the Doan debut, an interview with his mom and sister. We have an interview with Shane Doan. We have an interview with Greg Powers. Josh Doan himself speaks. There's so much on there. And so it's not just our live shows on our YouTube channel. It's all of that as well. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're subscribed to your favorite audio podcasting platform, wherever you get your podcast, because we have weekly audio only episodes. And next week's guest, I think you will all be very excited about.
It's a good one.
And that is all I'll say for now.
It's a good one.
We'll reveal that at a later date.
Like really good. Like nationally good.
Like,
one. It's good.
yeah, you'll be excited.
It's good.
And in the meantime, you can follow us all on Twitter at SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, at Craig S. Morgan, at Abraca Danielle. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.